Hello, YouTube fans. This is TheSkullKlown. Yesterday, the Twisted Metal trailer came out. The official Twisted Metal trailer came out. It's about like 2 minutes long. Literally, the day after yesterday, I was literally thinking that a trailer should come out, mainly because it's literally 2 weeks away. The show. That's why I was kind of worried that wait a minute, this show is almost here. It's 2 weeks away, and we haven't had an official trailer. We had a teaser trailer and a clip from the show, but we haven't got an official trailer. Uh, but we got it yesterday, and oh my god, I love it. I fucking love it. I love this Twisted Metal trailer. I do. For crying out loud, Twister is in it. Darkseid is in it. Shadow is in it. Well, we kind of knew Shadow was going to be in it because Raven is in it, but still, seeing the vehicle Shadow was just great. It looks exactly like the game. Oh my god. Um, Now there's a debate if Darkseid is in there, but I bet you anything Darkseid is in there. The vehicle at least. I don't know who's gonna drive the vehicle. I don't know if they're gonna have Dollface do it or Ash from Twisted Metal 1. Because I don't think yeah, because there's not a lot of people that drive Darkseid from what I've seen. I have to look at the other games to see who drives as Darkseid. Because I don't think Darkseid is in a lot of Twisted Metal games, right? I think he's only like in only a handful of them. But still, it's nice to see the vehicle. It's always nice to see the vehicle in any character that drives that vehicle, either Dollface herself, which again I love the character. I love Dollface. It's cool that Dollface became so iconic after Twisted Metal Black when they put her in Twisted Metal on the PS 3. I think that was really cool. Um I mean, they didn't have to do that, to be honest. I mean, to be to be honest, in my experience with Twisted Metal, I think they would have put Calypso's daughter. I think that would have been more sense. But having Dollface is not bad, anyways. Just the reason I mention Calypso's daughter all the time is because it's his daughter, and I feel like she should be more prominent. For crying out loud, her own father made a fucking competition that's fucking the whole world over, literally, and killing people and sending people to hell because Minion needs people from hell. So going from this trailer, obviously it's not that from the trailer. The trailer is basically like what I kind of thought. John Doe is delivering a package from what Raven said. In the beginning of the trailer, Raven goes like, want me, I'll make a wish. I mean, I grant you a wish, basically. I can make your dreams come true, basically. And he's like, a toilet paper? She's like, even better. Two toilet papers? I started laughing because it's true. We all, and the thing is, someone is going to going to be like, "Oh, that's stupid and shit." No, it's not stupid. Apparently, you guys forgot that we're in a pandemic, and people are still fighting out here, fucking trying to get toilet paper around here. You remember in the show The Recess when they had a guy dressed up as like a king, he had like a freaking cipher for toilet paper on it. I remember seeing that, and I'm like, that's gonna be the future one day. And look at it right now. Uh, Seriously. Because the people still think that we're not still in that pandemic state or the apocalypse. We're still in that state, guys. I don't know why you don't think that, but sidetrack and not getting too deep into it. But hey, I mean, there's a reason why they're making the show too, the way it is. But anyways, so John Doe is just going around delivering the package to hopefully Calypso. Now, a lot of people think that Raven is the new Calypso. No, they're not going to make Raven Calypso. They're not. They're not going to. I mean, if they do, they do, but I don't. I don't think it would make sense, mainly because they're already promoting that Calypso is a thing. They make like in the trailer, it says Calypso is real, basically. So Calypso in this world is basically an urban legend, like a myth. It's something that only some people will know. Obviously, Sweet Tooth will know, you know. But I kind of like that though, keeping Calypso as this mysterious force that you don't know who he is or where he comes from or where he's at, you know. And the reason I mentioned Sweet Tooth is because you know that he's connected to Sweet Tooth, not connected like brothers and sisters or shit. No, no, connected as in if you play the other Twisted Metal games, you know that Calypso always brings Sweet Tooth's family into the play because he looks at his family and he looks at his family. He's like, he likes his family in a sick, twisted way. Twisted meta. See, I think Calypso does. I think Calypso likes the Kane family really much. Especially Marcus slash Needles. He likes them to the point that maybe he feels like he is like a brother to him. Maybe maybe fucked up rivals and brothers, but brothers nonetheless. you know. So yeah, John Doe is driving around delivering the package, and I wanted to mention the package because the package, in my opinion, is probably Calypso's ring. Now, it could be gone. It could be something else. But it would be cool if it is Calypso's ring. You know? I think it would be cool because you have this twist metal competition that's probably not happening yet or already happened, and it's just right now in the downside, basically. And then when the ring is being delivered, people are taking advantage of that and be like, oh, the tournament's over, but there's a ring. Whoever gets that ring can control the twist metal competition. And John Doe probably doesn't want none of it. Oh, he probably doesn't know what's inside that package. Only Raven does. And then hopefully, John Doe is going to be like, you mean to tell me I've been having this ring that can literally do this, that can make this twist metal competition, basically, and I've been holding this whole time. I could have done something with it, or probably does. Oh, maybe John Doe doesn't want to deal with it. I wouldn't either, to be quite honest with you. Imagine you having Calypso's ring. To be honest, I wouldn't deal with it. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. To be honest, I would go to Minion and be like, have it. I do not want it. Have it. I don't give a fuck. To be honest, at that point, I'd be like, here we go, Minion. You can have it. And Calypso is right over there. Oh man, seriously. And by the way, Minion, it is, well, at least in Twisted Metal Black. But for me, I like to confirm that Minion is Needles Kane slash Marcus. In my opinion, I like to feel that way. Mainly because in Twisted Metal Black, they kind of, Marcus Kane is Minion in that game. So I was just like, that's fucking cool. Because when you look at Twisted Metal 2, you're gonna be like, when Calypso's all scared at Minion, you're looking at it now and you'll be like, he's really scared at Marcus slash Needles. Because he probably is. Probably a different version of Marcus. Like he's not afraid of Marcus or Needles, but he's afraid of Minion that he does not want to see from Marcus at all. And I don't think Needles and Marcus knows that personality that's inside of him. Kind of like what you see in the show um Moon Knight. Oh my god, I love Moon Knight. If we can get an episode of Calypso, Sweet Tooth, and Needles, and a Minion, all of those together, put in one, and get that concept from what you saw in the Moon Knight series. Oh, that would have been great. That's just me as a fan of these characters. That's just me. I know I haven't talked about a lot about the trailer. I know I'm talking bits and pieces of it, but other than that, that's really it. They from the trailer, to be quite honest with you, John Doe does the package stuff, and then he's sending it, and then a whole bunch of shit happens. There's a part where Sweet Tooth comes in, Needles comes in, and kills everybody, blood everywhere, and then I think one of the guys that drives Hammerhead, I believe, is like, holy shit, basically, says some line about rolling heads or some shit like that. I saw the trailer yesterday, and Sweet Tooth is like, you know, I love that they made Sweet Tooth like I know that's the thing. The reason why I'm making this video is because a lot of people, not a lot of people, the Twist Metal Black fans or fanboys are looking at this trailer and are pissed because they want the whole murderous thing and all this shit. Sweet Tooth is still killing people, guys. He's always been killing people. What the fuck's wrong with you? And I get it. You want that dark stuff and everything like that, guys. Twist Metal's always been dark, but you just you want the synthetic feel to be like Twisted Metal Black. I know, I get you, but to be quite honest, I rather have it be like Head On or Twisted Metal 2 or 1, to be quite honest with you. Because a lot of people not understanding here, Twisted Metal Black is a one standalone game that is taking place in Sweet Tooth's head. And plus, it's a standalone game that's inside a world that's pitch black. That's what's called Twisted Metal Black. They even have a song called Painted Black in there, which is a good song from Rolling Stones, by the way. I listen to that song mostly like every day. To be honest, it's a good song. It really is. It's a good song, and it fits so well with Twisted Metal. And trust me, the reason I talk about this stuff is because I love Twisted Metal Black. I do. I'm gonna say that right now. As a kid, when I was younger, and as a teenager growing up, I wanted to play the shit and buy the crap out of that game. Eventually, I did. I never beat it because it was too. To me, it was hard. And not to say I can't beat it now or play it now. I most likely I could beat it and stuff like that because I have gotten far into the game. I just never beaten beaten it. You know, like I never beaten a character story. I've done that in Twisted Metal head on, but I didn't do it. My first Twisted Metal game, to be quite honest, guys, was Twisted Metal 4. I probably should make a whole video about that one day. But going back to the show and the trailer and how people feel about the trailer. I mean, to me, obviously, like I said, I like the trailer. I thought it was fucking dope. Again, you see like a fucking scene in the trailer that you see cars fucking beating the shit out of each other as what we want to see, obviously. Now, some people might think that that should be the whole show. Apparently, you don't know how budget works, and apparently you don't think either, because that's a lot of money, which Hollywood does have, and they could spend something like that. But I get it. Twist Metal, the games are about the car comebacks, but this is a story driven show now. All right. So the story that they're going to pick from the Twisted Metal games are not in void, to be quite honest. So they can look at them and pay homages to them, but overall they're going to do their own thing with the story, and that's fine. I'd rather have them do their own thing than grab something from the video game and fuck it up. You know, you know. That's just me. Plus, there's different types of universes of Twisted Metal, anyways. The one person that still stands out and still is part of those whole universes is Calypso. Same Calypso, but different Sweet Tooths, different what was it, dark sides and all that stuff. Seriously, same Calypso, but different all of that. You know, you could just tell from the video games and all that stuff. So, uh, and the people that complain about this trailer, I don't get it. I don't get why you guys are complaining for this trailer. This trailer is funny as fuck. I like it. And I know you guys are probably desaturated with all the funniness from the Marvel stuff, but at the same time, guys, it's not it's not these people that the people that make the show, it's not their fault. They just want to make something that's engaging, awesome, and also colorful at the same time. That's what basically what Twisted Metal 1 and 2 were anyways, and 3 and 4. You know? And then once we get Twisted Metal Black, oh, that should be the whole series now. What? I'm sorry, like, again, going back, I love Twisted Metal Black. I do. But I'm an adult now. I'm 30 years old. And I look at Twisted Metal Black now and I'm like, I'd rather play Head On. Hell, I'd rather play Twisted Metal 4 and 3, 2 and 1 than Black. I got nothing against Twisted Metal Black now. But when I look back at it now as an adult, I'm like, I'd rather play Head On. Because the other games are probably clunky and all that. I might go to 4 because it's my first game I ever got introduced to Twisted Metal, and I love Twisted Metal 4. Granted loud, Sweet Tooth takes over the Twisted Metal competition. Oh, that shouldn't happen. Yes, it should. And the only person that deserves to get that freaking staple is Needles Kane. Who else was going to take the Twisted Metal competition besides Needles? Calypso's daughter? You guys didn't fucking like her. What? But now you want to use her? Come on, guys. Like, you know, I'm just saying it to the people that be like, why not use his daughter? Oh, that'd be great. I wouldn't mind that. But so many people don't like her character anyways. So it's like, why are you going to say that if you don't like her anyways? Idiot. But if you do, that's not for you. I know. Of course I like Calypso's daughter. You know, I like her as the character. Basically, you could do so much things with her and everything like that. You could do so much things with these characters. That's why I hope the Twisted Metal series does so much well with these characters. Mainly because the games, in my opinion, they don't go full throttle as they should with these characters, including the Twisted Metal concept. In my opinion. because the original Twisted Metal concept was supposed to be this open world field of like Grand Theft Auto, when you're supposed to go through these different areas and shooting these motherfuckers, and then winning the competition. So I could see the game being, I could see originally the concept of like, here's an open field, and there's areas that you can explore, which makes it a big open field, also like GTA. But once you defeat that field, you go to the next stage and you have a big open field, like another GTA map, basically. So I think they were trying to do that, but the limitations of the hardware, they couldn't do it, basically. Or there was just something for time efforts and all that. I think it was for time, because I know you could have done it on the PS1. Maybe not, maybe not as, maybe there could have been like, what, 3 stages or two, but they broke it down and they made more stages for that. So it still, what is it? It still helped the game overall, but it made you think too what could have been, and maybe it could have been successful too, or probably not. We would have known. But I would like to have a new Twisted Metal game like that, kind of like GTA. But that's why I point out Crash Team Racing. If the people that make the Twisted Metal game look at Crash Team Racing and they adapt from that, and they made it like a GTA type of style also, if they wanted to, I wouldn't mind. But as long as you do that Crash Team Racing type of feel, and I'll be up for it. So and so okay, and then going back with the hatred with this trailer, because it's not like Twisted Metal Black. I'm just like, are you okay? Is Twisted Metal Black your first game? Is it your first Twisted Metal game? If it is, okay then I feel like you should not have this conversation when it comes to the other Twisted Metal games, and maybe you should not be in the conversation of, oh, why is this look like this in the new Twisted Metal show? Like, you're a fan, but you should already understand why it's like this. The other Twisted Metal games were all bright and colorful and weren't doing the shit that you see in Black. And plus, Sweet Tooth, again, like I said again, these Sweet Tooth is still being a murderous motherfucker. Seriously. He's always been that way anyways. You guys are acting like he's never been a murderous clown. Seriously. Seriously. Like, for crying out loud, this guy is in a vehicle shooting at other vehicles. He's killing people. You know? Seriously. And look, I saw the video of David Jaffe, him talking about not the recent trailer. He probably made a video about that, and I want to see that. But the reason I make this video, shout out to Kondu. Shout out to you, man. I'm watching your video of the 5-hour video. I don't know if I'm gonna watch the whole thing, but it's a 5-hour video, Twisted Metal 3 of of mod of Modator. Like, you just modded like Twisted Metal 3 and shit like that. But and talking about stuff. So and he mentions that people were pissed off at the trailer, and I'm over here like, yeah, how much you want to bet it's probably the fanboys for Twisted Metal Black. And then he mentions Twisted Metal Black, and I'm just like, yeah, I figured. And he mentions that he looked at some of the comments too, and he started laughing, and I would have laughed too. Like, I don't get you guys. Like, what the hell's wrong with you? Do I have to say you're not a hardcore fan? I mean, I'm not being a gatekeeper or anything. I'm not trying to do that either, but come on, man. You're a fan of Twisted Metal. Be fucking happy that we got a fucking goddamn show. Now, I get it. Could the show still suck? Of course. But from the trailer alone, what we got, I'm satisfied with it. Now, there is flaws with the show from what I'm hearing. There's going to be, Needles is going to be 1 and 2 episodes? What? The fuck? Now, if you're going to point that out and say that's bullshit, I would not disagree with you. That is bullshit. He should be in more episodes. It's called Twisted Metal. He's the mascot. I've told my sister and my friend this. That's like a brother. And literally, both my sister and my friend were literally like, why? Even my sister knows he's the mascot. Because my sister's like, when you have siblings, they know what type of shit that you like, because they see it in your face and shit like that. For crying out loud, my siblings know that I love Kingdom Hearts, and they kind of know that I like Final Fantasy, but they know I like Final Fantasy, basically. But when it comes to Kingdom Hearts, they'll be like, oh yeah, so if I buy something from Kingdom Hearts, he will like it right away. Because with Final Fantasy, it's like, oh, I don't know if he will like it or not, because I don't know if he likes this game or that game. It's like that. But with Twisted Metal, obviously my sisters know about it because they grew up with me playing. I mean, not playing it, but they grew up watching me playing it. So. And then I showed my sister the trailer, not the newest trailer that came out, but the teaser trailer, and then not the teaser trailer, the trail. I mean, the scene where John Doe and Sweet Tooth, collide basically. Showed the clip that to my sisters, and they didn't mind it. They thought it was cool, and the actor that's playing John Doe, they were like, "Oh shit, he's in it." And I showed my friend that too, and he's like, "Oh shit, he's in it." And that's how you know it's going to be good. Because that actor that's playing as John Doe, he's not a bad actor. For crying out loud, he's one of the highlights in the Hawkeye show. I know some people, I mean, did I say the Hawkeye? Well, Hawkeye, but also in the what is it, Captain America Winter Soldier, that show. I know some people don't like that show, but those two guys are the highlights of that show, in my opinion. That's just me. Those actors are the highlight of that show, in my opinion. All right. And that's the reason why they picked him here for the show. Because he's not a bad actor. He's not. He really isn't. And they're all interviews with him. People are literally telling him, hey, what do you think is gone with the modern state of Hollywood, basically, of movies in general? I haven't seen that clip, but hey, when the fact that some Hollywood actors are asked that and they don't say, I mean, they don't pull any punches, I like that. I like that because they know what's going on in Hollywood. They know all the fuck upness. They all know about the whole piss poorness that we all know what Hollywood does, and it's fucking disgusting. All right. But there's other shit in Hollywood too. When it comes to the finances and the creativity, they know that's fucked also. That's what's mostly people want to convey with the whole like creativity with Hollywood. They don't want to talk about the other stuff that's wrong with Hollywood. You and I know. If you're on the internet, it's 2023, and if you do not know what's happening in Hollywood, you've been living under a rock for the past 30 fucking years. Seriously, to be honest, 30 plus years, I'll say that. But moving on. The people that don't like this, not like this show, the people don't like the trailer just because it's not this Twisted Metal Black as they wanted. It's just ridiculous, in my opinion. And it's not like I don't see your viewpoint or I don't get why. But at the same time, like I said before, many people will point this out too. It was one game. For crying out loud, Twisted Metal 2012 didn't have that Twisted Metal Black aesthetic. It had that feel, but it also was still being that feel of Twisted Metal 2 and the other Twisted Metal games that came before Black. So it's funny that I get it that people look at Black as like the standard of Twisted Metal, and that's not what I wanted. You think I wanted that for Final Fantasy when action RPGs happened for Final Fantasy? I'm all like, because I knew deep down that now this is going to be the standard for it, and people are just going to be, yes, this is what I want, and fuck turn-based RPGs. That's a different story for another day, but that's an example. It is a good example because yes, that's a different gameplay because art style and gameplay are different, obviously, but still, when you change something that's been ingrained into people's mindsets and then you show something to one audience and then they're like, oh yeah, that should be the standard and shit like that, just because they never got into the series until it became either dark or they changed their gameplay to appeal to another crowd of demographic. The difference with Final Fantasy is that the hardcore fans rejected it. With Twisted Metal fans, they embraced it. Why they embraced it? Because the PS2 era was all about fucking dark and edgy and all that stuff. Of course it was. It was the PS2 era. For crying out loud. The PlayStation 2 was black. It was literally telling you that we're hitting an age that's fucked up and dark. And some of the games that did came out had that aspect. Even Final Fantasy X, for all its whimsical and goofiness, it's still fucked up in that game. People fucking die in that game. Okay? Seriously. All right? I think people die more in that game than more than any of the Final Fantasy games, except for what, Type Zero. People die a lot in Type Zero. Jesus, even the main characters. Spoiler, I guess. But fuck. So even people, even what is it? Even the characters in Twisted Metal, they die off. And then they come back in the next game. Or the or when you play another character story, they still come back, but they not died off. You see, because it's hinting that you playing another Twisted Metal tournament. And I like that. I really do. But at the same time, it's like, uh, you know, I don't know. I have a love hate relationship with that sometimes. But going back, I'm sorry, I'm gushing with Twisted Metal and I'm gushing with other stuff. That's just how much I love the series. But yeah, I think people that are harping on this trailer needs to, cut some slack, have some fun, like loosen up. Seriously, man, it's just a trailer. To be quite honest with you, you know, seriously, it's not like you're gonna. It's not like what is it? It's not like it's the meaning of life or something. I mean, half of you freaking people out here don't want to find the meaning of life. That's not my fault. But moving on, the 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 fact that some people are upset because they didn't get the Twisted Metal Black fix is just funny to me. For kind of like you kind of already did, but look at Sweet Tooth. Look at his design. It's a Twisted Metal Black design. Why they didn't go with the Twisted Metal 1 design or the Twisted Metal, oh, I don't know, Twisted Metal 3 or 4 design? Or the 2 design. Everyone loves Twisted Metal 2. Why they didn't go for the Twisted Metal 2 design? It's because black is, yes, it's iconic look. The Sweet Tooth Twisted Metal Black look is very iconic and very memorable. But they have that also in Head On, which is also very memorable and very great because it's putting the old school and the new school together, and I like that. And I do, I really do like that. And you could tell they kind of did that with this trailer and what they did with Sweet Tooth. They're like, hey, he's a serial killer, right? And he's fucking crazy. And we have this goofiness nature in the other previous games. Let's combine them. Why not? I don't mind that. As long as you do it effectively and as long it comes off our screen pretty well, then I don't mind. It's kind of loud. You saw in that Thon trailer, Sweet Tooth was kicking the shit out of John Doe. You know? And that's one thing too. A lot of people think this whole show should just be call combat. I guarantee you will say, oh, why is it just call combat and not story driven? You're gonna have some people like that. Some people that will ask for something, then when they get it, they still complain. You can't satisfy those people. Those people don't deserve to be satisfied. All right? Because they will never be satisfied. All right? And those people should only be playing any types of form of fucking media because, again, you will never be satisfied. You know? How can you be part of, how can you play something or be part of something if you're never satisfied with anything that is happening, So that's just me, man. That's just me. So I again, I enjoyed the trailer. I enjoyed the shit out of the references that I saw in the trailer. That's how I know they actually cared and gave a fuck. I don't know how I would feel about when the game comes out because the whole free to play stuff and also with some stuff that they're doing that I'm not, some stuff that they're doing with the Twisted Metal game that I'm hearing that I'm not excited for it all that much anymore. At least with the Twisted Metal game, at least with the Twisted Metal series, I'm hyped with it. The Twisted Metal game, um, you having free to play is kind of a warning. I'm not too hawked about it, but it is a warning. Here's a second warning for the Twisted Metal game. You're giving this game, this project, to a development team that made a Call Combat game also, but no one didn't give a fuck about it. I'm sure it has its fans, but still no one doesn't give a fuck about it, man. That's strike two. That's strike two for the game. All right, I don't see no strikes when it comes to the show. But for the game, it has 2 strikes, and I'm literally worried that the game is gonna fucking fail. But you know what? If the Twisted Metal show succeeds, most likely it will because it's fun as fuck. It's fun, just like the games. That's how it should be, guys. What the fuck? I even said this in one of the comments from a YouTuber saying that I just want them to have fun with the series, have fun with the characters, have fun with the world. All right, it's literally your oyster. It is. This you got video games to use characters in a world that hasn't been established hardcore. This could be so much new for the Twisted Metal brand and so much new stuff for the Twisted Metal game series. Who knows what the Twisted Metal series might be if this is really successful. And yeah, and yes, I did point it out that hey, if the game takes place, I mean, if the game is modeled from the show, and the show sucks, then no one's not gonna play the game. But the game, I mean, but the show is successful, then people will be like, oh yeah, I want to play as John Doe from that TV show in that new game, baby. Hell yeah, you know, and that's not bad. That's good. That's how you get people to play your shit. Seriously, you know. And I know there's minor complaints with Sweet Tooth's fiery hair. I pointed this out before. He's either haven't put that matched on his hair yet, he hasn't met the preacher yet, or Calypso hasn't gave him his powers either. Remember in Twisted Metal 4? Oh, I wish to be the mascot of Twisted Metal. Your wish is granted. Fiery and all that stuff. So that hasn't happened yet. So either that or he does have the flaming head, or he just hasn't activated it. So I mean, for kind of long in the Twisted Metal 12 trailer, you saw him having it off, and then he lighted up with a cigarette, like I mentioned before. He probably has a cigar to light it up, and he hasn't done it yet. Or again, like I said before, he hasn't met the preacher, or Calypso hasn't gave them that yet. So there's many things with that with Sweet Tooth's flaming head, but we'll see when it happens. And another thing too, some people pointed out too with some of the stuff that we might see in the show, is it going to be CGI heavy? Now, from what we saw from the trailer, it doesn't look like it's going to be CGI heavy, but the reason people mention that is because some of these vehicle specials are crazy. Like Twister, her special is literally a tornado. She literally spins like this. And then when she goes to the other cars get in front and then collide with the freaking tornado and shit like that. So I wonder if they would use that, And the thing is, I know some people might be like, "Oh, I don't want that CGI bullshit." But how are you going to portray some of the specials? How are you going to portray some of the missiles? I know you can use like real missiles and all that stuff, but obviously they need to be colored, because there's different types of fucking shit that you pick up on the field, and that's one thing too. Are they actually gonna do what Free Guy did? Basically have things on the field, make it like a video game of Twisted Metal. That would be cool. That would be dope. I wouldn't mind that one bit whatsoever. I wouldn't. Imagine literally they're driving a vehicle and then there's a portal out of nowhere and they're like, yeah, let's go through that portal. Oh, a different area of the city. I wouldn't care. I wouldn't mind. Some idiot is going to be like, oh, that's unrealistic. I'm like, that's from the game, you idiot. Idiots. Those are probably the same people that we see. That little electric thing that fuels your health and stuff like that. How much you want to bet if they put that in the show and then a call goes in it to refuel their truck to get better health and armor and stuff like that? Someone's going to be like, oh, that's so unrealistic. I'm like, that's from the game, you idiot. They're healing their vehicle. Fuck off. Stupid people like that. Stupid people like that, man. I can't take seriously. I can't. I'm like, you mean to tell me you want this while the game was like this? Sounds like you want something to cater to yourself and only for you. Sounds like that. No. All right. I know. Like, I'm smart enough to know, because all of us should be smart enough to know that when stuff gets out there in the public, it has to be not just for you, not just for the cat down the road, but for everybody. Oh, but that's impossible. Of course it is. Of course it is. But that's why that's what we call fan bases. You make a Batman movie, Batman fans are going to come. The casuals, they will come, but maybe not all of them, because some of them might not be fans of Batman. They might be fans of Spider-Man or Hawk. You see? If you're not a fan of Spider-Man, then you're not going to watch a Spider-Man movie. You know? You know? If you love Iron Man, then you won't watch an Iron Man movie. So, but anything else we could talk about with the Twisted Metal stuff? I'm just looking really forward to the show, and I'm dreading with the game. The game doesn't look like it's gonna be. The game is not intriguing, but I tell you this right now: when I do watch the show and that shit's fun and good, and I'm fucking having fun with it because it is going to be fun, it might spark the light a little bit back to me wanting to play the game. Well, I mean the newer one, even though I'm still kind of on the fence about it, because again, 2 strikes. You know, shame on me, shame on you first time, and then second time, shame on me. That's just me, man. That's just me. So overall, tell me what you guys think down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you guys think about this stupid argument with Twisted Metal, the TV series not being like, oh, it's not Twisted Metal Black or something like that. I'm like, yeah, because you grew up with it, and that's the only Twisted Metal game you played, huh? No, it isn't. That I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the people that are fucking goddamn idiots and haven't played another Twisted Metal game than just Black. Seriously. Seriously. That's what I'm saying, man. Why do you think I pointed out before with the Final Fantasy stuff? Because it's the same bullshit. Why do you think I also mentioned you just want something to cater to you and nobody else because you're selfish? Seriously. All right? So, wait until the show comes out. And I'm sure anyone, it would be kind of funny that the people that were hyped for the show hate it and the people that hate it love it. That would be kind of funny. It would be kind of funny. But I know I'm going to enjoy the show. Oh yeah, I know. From the get-go. From like, maybe from the teaser trailer, I was like, but still kind of hyped and pumped up. But once I saw that Thawne teaser with Sweet Tooth and John Doe, and then the full trailer of the Twisted Metal TV series, I was just like, here we go, baby. Here we go. I know we didn't see Axel or Mr. Grimm in the trailer, but who knows? They probably want to save those characters. They probably haven't showed them off or haven't showed their vehicles off because they probably want to save them. Maybe for the next season if this is successful. That's why I mentioned there's barely any Sweet Tooth or no Calypso. So if this show is successful, you probably will see more of Sweet Tooth and we will get Calypso. But the fact that they kept it, and like I don't mind Calypso, because if you want to make him as a myth and everything like that, go ahead. But Sweet Tooth, Needles, he should be in every episode. Every episode. It doesn't matter if he's doing a side thing and then and then we go to John Doe. I don't care if you start off an episode with Sweet Tooth just literally driving and shooting people, and then you turn away to John Doe. I don't fucking care. And then John Doe is doing something, go back to Sweet Tooth for like literally 2 minutes, and then automatically go back to John Doe for like 10, 15 minutes, then go back to Sweet Tooth for like 2 or 3 minutes, then That's what I would have done. That's what I would have done to see what Sweet Tooth is doing. See what Needles is doing. You know, have like that side story because sometimes you do need a side story. And I think because if you watch like mostly every movie and every show, they usually have a side story. You know, to complement the main story. So we all know that stuff happens like that. It doesn't happen all the time, but you know the stuff that you enjoy, there's a lot of that. There is. There's a lot of that. It's in Batman, it's in Superman, it's in Spider-Man, it's in video games, it's in movies, it's in comic books, it's in books, it's in so many medias, it's fucking ridiculous, all right? Not to, again, going back, not to say they don't use it sometimes, they don't, but majority of the time they do, and you will see it a lot, okay? So again, I don't mind it because it's just the name of the beast. You know how people say it. So I'm really looking forward to the show. I like from again going back from the trailer. From what I saw, I feel like the trailer has me. It does, and I feel like I'm gonna enjoy the show a lot more than some people. I feel like, but do I feel like this show will be successful? To be quite honest, why wouldn't it be? Why wouldn't it be? If it's not successful for the hardcore fans, I guarantee you the casual people will look at this and be like, yeah, I want more of this shit. I want to be surprised. I want to be surprised. I want to be surprised. I guarantee you my brother-in-law and my two sisters will watch this show and they will like it. They will like it. They will. They will like it. Maybe not love it, but like it to the fact that, yeah, I want to watch more of it. You know? Um, I would love this show to have like the Gotham and the Umbrella Academy type of not vibe, but like or aesthetic. I'm talking about like season wise and stuff like that. But again, that's just me. For crying out loud, I wanted Gotham to have 7 seasons. The fact they got 5 seasons, I was like, all right, no, I can compromise. We got 5 seasons. Not bad, not bad. Some shows don't even make it to fucking 1 season. When I tell my friend that, other people they look at me like, he's like he's out of line, but he's right. If you know that line, you deserve a fucking cookie. All right, so that's it, guys. That's it. Um, have fun. Literally, just have fun. Enjoy life. And I know some days could be a bitch, but when there's good days, man, you gotta appreciate those moments. You gotta be in those moments, and that's what the Twisted Metal series looks like for me. It does. It looks like one of those things that's perfect for the right moment for the right time. That's just me. That's just me. Because the way the world is going right now, I think some people need a little bit of a little breaky break. In a way, they still not getting that breaky break because they still being told about all the shit that's happening in the world in their movies. Huh? That kind of sounds like a Warner Brothers movie. Because Warner Brothers did do that back in the day. They still do. But back in the day when they were trying to get really, really good and really, really hot, they did that shit. They did. As they should. As they should. They talked about things that were never talked about. And now it's like something that Hollywood does now. you know? Uh which is great. Which is great. It's like Warner Brothers is one of those studios that literally put the stamp mark of what Hollywood movies should be or have a trademark of. So that's just me. The reason I mentioned the Warner Brothers stuff is because it's really interesting when you look at some of the Warner Brothers stuff. But that's I know a side story. So I'll see you guys later. What vehicle are you looking forward to seeing in the new Twisted Metal TV series? Or are you looking forward to a new type of combat vehicle? For crying out loud, we got Quiet and Loud, two new characters that, to be quite honest, if you told me a character from Twisted Metal series is called Quiet and Loud, I would have been like, yeah, that sounds like they should be part of the Twisted Metal lineup series. I wouldn't mind that. What vehicle they would drive, you know? And for some reason, my mind tells me Dark Side. I don't know why. I do not know why. Sometimes I feel like when you have new characters, they should not drive older vehicles, they should have their own vehicle, you know, having new variety or new vehicles. But that's just me as a fan. That's just me as a fan and as a person that plays Grand Theft Auto and sees all these different types of vehicles, and I'm just like, yo, this person can write this person can write this, and oh my god, imagine this being like a Twisted Metal thing type of thing, you know? That's just me when I play that's how I am sometimes when I play Grand Theft Auto. Sometimes when I play Grand Theft Auto, I'm just like, oh god, if only I had weapons in these vehicles, man. In a way, GTA is kind of like Twisted Metal Black. I mean, not Twisted Metal Black, Twisted Metal, mainly because hey, you have a gun on you and you're shooting out of your car and shit like that. You know, it's not part of your vehicle, but you're still shooting out of your car because they put it that in Twisted Metal 2012. So in a way, it still fits. You know? And in Twisted Metal Black, Raven comes out of her hood of the car and starts shooting shit. And there's a code that you could do that too. You know, she comes out, she has like a turret and she's shooting and shit like that, which is cool. But there's another secret password that she comes out of the vehicle literally with just a bikini on. And she's like 17 years old. Yeah. I mean, shit. You know? Like, fuck, they put that in the game? What are you trying to tell us, guys? What are you trying to tell us? David Jaffe? Huh? The others? What are you trying to do? You know? Questionable. Eye raising eyebrow like The Rock. Like, no fuck. So that's it, guys. That's it. Maybe we should talk about Twisted Metal in the future. I would love to do a live stream just to talk about Twisted Metal because I love Twisted Metal. I do. I love Twisted Metal, obviously since I was a child. Right, the first, like I said, I would have to make a separate video talking about this, but yes, my first Twisted Metal game was Twisted Metal 4. I know a lot of people hate Twisted Metal 4 and 3, but those were my first two games I got introduced to Twisted Metal. 4, 3, Black, Head On, 2, and 1. That is literally the order that I went when I played these Twisted Metal games. And I don't regret it. I don't regret it at all. Why would I? So I'll see you guys later. Be safe. And what's your favorite Twisted Metal game? And it can't be Black. And it can't be 2. Because those are too easy. Those are too easy. What are your favorite Twisted Metal games besides 2 and Black that are all your favorite Twisted Metal games? And if you don't have one after 2 and Black, then did you play the other ones? Even if you didn't beat them, did you at least play them? You know? Yeah, I don't know, but I'll see you guys and take care. And tell me what you guys think of the trailer and everything like that. So.